Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the J. Kumar Infraprojects Ltd. Q3 and 9-month FY2026 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Before we begin, a brief disclaimer. The presentation which J. Kumar Infraprojects has uploaded on the stock exchange and their website, including the discussions during this call, contains or may contain certain forward-looking statements concerning J. Kumar Infraprojects' business prospects and profitability, which are subject to several risks and uncertainties, and the actual result could materially differ from those in such forward-looking statements. Should you need assistance during the call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nalin Gupta, MD, J. Kumar Infraprojects Ltd. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of J. Kumar Infraprojects Ltd., I warmly welcome you all to our Q3 and 9 months FY26 earnings conference call. Joining me today on the call are Mr. Vasant Savla, CFO, and our investor relation partner, Marathon Capital. I trust you all had the opportunity to review our earnings presentation and press release available on the stock exchange and our corporate website. During the quarter, the company reported a moderation in its operating and financial performance compared to the corresponding previous period. The decline was primarily on account of an extended monsoon season, which led to temporary disruption at multiple project sites, slower execution progress, and deferment of billing linked to milestone achievements. The impact was largely operational and time-related in nature. The company maintained a stable balance sheet position with adequate liquidity to support ongoing operations. While the first 9 months has been a period of balanced performance, it's also strengthened the foundation for a stronger performance for the periods ahead. Our order book remains solid, execution velocity is improving after temporary moderation, and our capabilities across key verticals continue to evolve. Each milestone, big or small, reflects the dedication of our people and the trust of our clients and partners. I take great pride in the role we are playing in shaping the future of infrastructure, delivering projects that not only support economic growth but also drive transformation at scale. As we look ahead, our priorities remain clear: to build on our progress, remain agile in an evolving market environment, and continue to push boundaries with focus and conviction. Backed by the strength of our people and a well-defined strategic vision, I am confident that the most compelling chapters of our growth journey still lie ahead. Now coming to financial performances, consolidated performance highlights for the 9-month FY26. Revenue from operations for 9 months FY26 grew by 2% to 4138 crores as compared to 4061 crores in 9 months FY25. EBITDA for 9 months FY26 grew by 1% to 599 crores as compared to 591 crore in 9 months FY25. EBITDA margin for 9 months FY26 stood at 14.5% as compared to 14.6% in 9 months FY25. PAT for 9 months FY26 stood at 277 crore as compared to 277 crore in 9 months FY25. PAT margin for 9 months FY26 stood at 6.7% as compared to 6.8% in 9 months FY25. Consolidated performance highlights for Q3 FY26 stands at revenue from operations for Q3 FY26 moderated by 12% to 1,311 crores as compared to 1,487 crore in Q3 FY25. EBITDA for Q3 FY26 moderated by 14% to 188 crores as compared to 219 crores in Q3 FY25. EBITDA margin for Q3 FY26 stood at 14.3% as compared to 14.7% in Q3 FY25. PAT for Q3 FY26 moderated by 17% to 83 crores as compared to 100 crores in Q3 FY25. PAT margin for Q3 FY26 stood at 6.3% as compared to 6.7% in Q3 FY25. Net debt as on 31st December 2025 stood at negative 2,250 crores, that is cash positive, and debt equity ratio is at 0.2x, reduced from 0.23x in FY25. Working capital days, 9 months FY26 stood at 103 days as compared to 112 days for FY25. Total order book as on 31st December 2025 stood at 19,212 crores. The order book inter alia includes metro projects, elevated and underground contributing to 11%, elevated corridors, flyovers contributing to 53%, roads and road tunnels projects contribute 17%, and other contributing 18%. We can now begin with the questions and answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask questions, please press star and 1. The first question is from Parikshit Kandpal from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Hi. So just on the execution, so now you highlighted the various factors for this. So are the sites now mobilized and the execution pace is back to normal?
Well, Parikshit, as we have said that, there were a lot of issues, that operational issues, some land acquisitions which were there. But now everything is in place, and we are very positive that from FY26 to FY26-27 should be surely giving us a growth of around 15%.
15%. And for FY26, your revised guidance?
So for FY26, we hope that we'll be able to maintain or surpass the last year's top line that we did of around 5,700 crores.
Okay, and on top of it, 15% growth for FY27. And
yeah.
And margin guidance, EBITDA margin for FY26 and 27?
Yes. So if you look at the figures, Parikshit, all the jobs that we have secured are all with a similar margin of 14 to 15%. So there we don't see any sort of decline or anything happening.
Okay. So for both the years 26 and 27, FY26 and FY27, you maintain that 14 to 15% band.
Yes.
Okay. So now coming to order inflow. So what has been the order inflow for 9 months and for this quarter? And also, recently, the Master Government has announced the Golden Line, Metro Line 8. I think. So what are the other metros which are currently under work, and how do you see the pipeline building out? Some of the key projects, large projects, if you can highlight in the pipeline, that will be helpful.
Well, so firstly, with regards to 9 months order book, we have received an order close to around 515 crores, and we have already bidded projects worth around. We are already L1 in 1,728 crores worth of job, and there are around 13,000 crores worth of projects that we have already submitted the bids for. So for the current fiscal year, I would say that we are hopeful of closing with an order book of around 4,000 crore by the end of March 26. And for FY27, we expect around 7,000 to 8,000 crores of order book, because as you rightly said, there are a lot of this current year, Parikshit, I would say that mainly FY25-26, the order inflow was very poor. And there were a lot of tenders which are in the pipeline but could not see the light of sun. So, but in this coming year, we expect a lot of order inflows to happen. Maybe last year it was due to this election issues that they did not have much projects in the order inflow. But the coming year, I'm expecting a substantial orders to go for. As you said, Metro Line 8, there is also this Metro Line 5 extension, which is from Kanjurmarg to Badlapur, and Metro Line 10, which is from Gaimukh to Shivajinagar. This is for Bombay as we speak of, but also Delhi, Pune Metro, there is a 1,000 crore another project which has come up. Delhi Metro, we have recently submitted DC06 and DC07, which is close to like 3,500 crore odd project. Two projects of around 17,800 crores. So there are metro projects coming up, there are elevated corridors and road projects of MSRDC and MMRD that's coming up. There is an access control road from Ambernath to Kalyan and Ulhasnagar, Dombivli, which is around 10,000 crore, which we should see very shortly these tenders to be published by the MMRDA, which is the implementing authority. Again, Nagpur, Gondia, Shaktipet. So these are around 30,000 crores of project which should be floated by by MSRDC on EPC. And also CIDCO is coming up with Metro Line 1A and 1B, close to around 5,000 crores. And also the much awaited project of MMRDA for the Uttan Virar, which is the extension of the coastal road on the west side, which is around 35-40,000 crores, is also expected in this FY26-27. So I think overall FY26-27 we should see substantial order of coming in throughout Maharashtra and Pan India.
All these projects which you highlighted, sir, you expect that these will all get awarded in FY27. So starting from next financial year, early next financial year, we'll start seeing momentum on all these projects, right?
I'm very, very hopeful on that. Yeah.
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you. And those were my questions, and wish you the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial. Please go ahead.
Can you state the progress of few big ticket projects? So firstly on Chennai elevated corridor, how has it been the execution so far?
So Chennai project, the project has fully been geared up. The casting yards has been fully set up, and there is around, we have done a progress close to around 9 to 10% on that project financially if we talk of. But because there are also a lot of issues with regards to the maritime board, because it's by the sea. So because of that, there are limitations in working periods that we get. But now the casting yards have started generating revenue. So these tenders being milestone based, so it does not really, exactly replicate in terms of the financial progress of the project. But that project is now under control, and we should see a decent top line coming in from for the next financial year.
What was the timing issue? Said work time is not provided completely. So what was the challenge over there?
It is because of the project being along the sea, so along the Chennai port. So because of that, there are some limitations in the periods of months that you are supposed to work there.
This will continue over the completion of the project, or this may the time period may increase?
So it's mainly during the foundation substructure stage that it has effect. Once the foundation and substructures are done, the superstructure won't have any effect, because then you can carry on that work with an overhead launcher.
When do we target to complete the project? It was a 3-year project. So do we expect to complete in FY28, or it will spill over to 29?
Well, so the exact timeline for that project, to be honest, is looked after by my brother. Unfortunately, today he's not here. But around 2 years or so, more or less, the project should, 2 years more or less, I should say, for the project. Yeah.
Okay. So last time you mentioned that on the CIDCO order from coastal cargo to Nerul, around 1,000 crore project. So you were targeting to start the project in December. EC was awaited. So any update on that?
It's not started yet. It's on the it's ongoing, but we haven't received it yet.
So when do we expect to start the work over there? We will receive it in Q4?
Not Q4. I think in FY26-27 we should start getting some revenue from that project.
Okay. So secondly, how do you see the debt moving ahead? So we have seen some reduction in the debt levels in the current quarter. So do we see it increasing once the execution picks up, or should remain at similar levels?
I think 600 to 700 crore is something that we can look at, because there will be, of course, an increase in the term loan that we'll be seeing. But in terms of debt level, we don't, 600, 700 is what we can expect.
Okay. So lastly, you mentioned that we would be revising the guidance for revenue, kind of flattish for 26 on a YOY basis. It implies a flat Q4. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Because 9 months, if you see, it's just 1%. Means 9 months, we could not do really what we expected. So in this financial year, we should see a similar top line as what we saw in FY25.
So while we are missing the number on 26, so the base is lower compared to what we were earlier expecting. So don't we feel that 27 can be a much higher number than 15%?
Well, see, because of the FY26 thing, we would like to keep our numbers to around 15%. Though we'll put our best efforts and see that we get this number higher. But we are also a little bit disappointed with the FY26 top line that we were expecting. So, which was also due to the new order inflow that we could not see. If you look at the order book for the 9 months, it is just 520 crores. So basically, the new projects also add somewhere or the other to the top line of the coming financial years. So this year it has been almost nil till now. 500 crore is nothing much. So once the order books inflows are coming into the company, again the guidance can be revised in the subsequent quarters, is what I feel.
And lastly, on the interest cost, we have seen some spike in the number from 39 crores to 44 crores on a QOQ basis, but the debt has reduced. So what has been the reason for the increase?
The increase is basically because we have taken mobilization advance. So because of that, there is a small increase in the interest cost.
So what is the mob advance as of December?
Mob advance is about 800 crores as of now.
And the interest-bearing portion of that?
Interest-bearing portion is about 650 crores.
And the interest rate would be around 8.5%-9%?
No, each project has its...
variable. If you look at those numbers, they are quite variable from 0 to 10% sort of thing. So averagely, you can say, 8% you can say.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Those are my questions.
Thank you very much.
The next question is from Yash Kothari from CRK Equities.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Yash, you are very well audible.
Yeah. So just wanted to understand, I mean, obviously, you have talked a lot about the order book execution, but I just want to understand what is the current order book execution timeline? Like what proportion of the order book is already under execution versus what is yet to commence?
So I would say that 19,200 crore approximately is the order book as of 31st December 2025, and around 3 to 4 years is the timeline. 3 years, I would say ideally, would be the timeline to complete these jobs.
Okay. And out of the 19,200 crore, is there like a rough percentage or an approximate that you can give me which is already under work and what would probably come in FY27? Is it possible to give that?
I would say that 95% of the order, let's say put it like 90%. Yeah, 90% of the order book is already into pipeline which has started generating revenue. There were certain projects in FY25-26 which could not really, add much to the revenue, like our BDCR project and Anandnagar Saket. Because there was, and including GMLR as well, we could have done much more had we got the key permissions, and some land acquisition issues. So the launching shaft, like for GMLR, if we talk of, the project was, the shaft was in eco-sensitive zone, but outside the forest area. But there were some local Adivasis who didn't want the shaft to be constructed because of their houses and the shanties which were there. So there was a positive variation which was given by the BMC of 800 crores, where J. Kumar's share stands at 400 crores, and the shaft, the tunnel length was increased by 600 meters. So such type of things could not get the project fully into flow, but it's very pleasing for me to inform everyone that we got the land for the shaft for GMLR in August 25, and in just a span of 6 months, today we are doing the first PCC, the lean concrete, where the TBM will be lowered into the shaft. So by this month end, we should be starting lowering the TBM into the shaft. So it was a very quick and great job that the team has done, and we should be putting both the tunnel boring machines they have reached the job site. So that project will now start generating a decent top line. Again, VDCR, there were some changes in the drawings, which was there were a lot of clashes between the different elevated metros and flyovers that we were crossing, and there is also some changing scope on the positive side that we are expecting. So that GAD was just yesterday been cleared by IIT, because it was a third party check that had to be done. So similarly, there were some teething issues in Anand Nagar, Saket, VDCR, GMLR, which has been sorted. So FY26-27, that's why we are very hopeful that we should be crossing this 15% top line that we are expecting.
Okay. And just to bounce off this, so was there any unbilled revenue in Q3 that we can expect to spill over in Q4? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, there is an overall unbilled revenue of 600 crores.
Okay, which is not that significant.
Yeah.
Okay, and just one last question. So as our projects mature, so should we see mob advances trend down as a percentage of order book, or will there not be that significant a change in that?
No, of course, the mobilization advances, they start getting deducted as soon as the project reaches 20% of the total project value.
Okay.
So it is a scientific way where it starts getting deducted. So it has to lower down.
Okay, so would you say by Q2 of next year will we see this, or the whole year?
No, actually it is already happening. If you see Q2,
certain projects have already started.
Yeah.
Like GMLR will start, we have taken a mob advance of close to around 200 crores. So that will start in from Q1. And there are certain projects where already the recoveries have started. And some old projects where the mobilization advances were there, they have completed or on the fag end of the last installments or so on.
So if you see Q2, in Q2 the mobilization advance was 900 crores, and in one quarter it has got reduced to 800 crores.
Okay. Okay. So similar rate can be expected in the coming quarters.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Those are my questions.
The next question is from Alok Deora.
I think the operator's voice is not so audible. It's very slow.
I'm sorry. The next question is from Alok Deora from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon. So just had one question. So till the last quarter, we were targeting some 6,300 crore of revenue. So just wanted to understand what has actually happened in this quarter, that the full year number also we are keeping it kind of flattish now as against a 10-11% kind of growth rate. Because we had the order book in place. We understand that the new orders could not come through because of election and other reasons. But what really impacted the execution that we are kind of, in a way, reducing the full year guidance for execution?
See, we already spoke about, when you are talking about a project, like when we spoke about GMLR, we spoke about VDCR. So these projects, VDCR is almost like 2 years. The project is around 2,500 crore worth of project. And if we have done only 100 crore out of it, and the other projects, there were 7 projects that were being awarded at the same time, package A to F, where EPCO, L&T, J. Kumar, all these companies which backed the orders could not even start 100 crore worth of order book from that. But we were on our toes trying to give whatever drawings were being, there were various revisions, because this is not a standalone project. It is comprising of 7 projects where the in and out traffic movements, the levels, the land acquisition issues depends on any change in one project affects the alignment of the other project. But we had been submitting all the required details quite on a prompto basis. But the approval from the third party, because it has like our designer, then LDC, and then GC, and then LDC, this third party IIT approval. So we have got those things in place now. So these things which we thought that, it could be approved, because we are from our end of J. Kumar, we were ready to execute the project. And we have already completed around 9 to 10 foundations on the Film City side, near the highway at East. So such kind of things which we expect, the project is given, we are mobilized, the drawings have been submitted, but it's a government process. That took time more than what we expected. So that's the reason where these projects have taken a hell lot of time, though we had a lot of support from the government. Even the GMLR, when we talk of, all the lands were being acquired for the areas, but the tree cutting permission, which was also being awarded by VMC, which is the standing committee is supposed to approve. So under the administrative powers, the commissioner gave the approval, but unfortunately it falls under RA, and there is a general order being given by the High Court and Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court has mentioned that any tree cutting in RA should be informed to the Supreme Court, and approval has to be taken. So especially the AG were being instructed to plead the case, and we got all the approvals. We did the tree cutting in just 1 month time, and the new plantation is going on, and still we have executed the entire shaft. So such type of things which are not under fully our control has led to such situation. But now looking at the current position, Alok, I would say that, we are very, very positive that we should be able to achieve a 15% growth for the coming year.
Got it. So in fourth quarter also we have got those approvals moving, and we'll do the balance revenue for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like, if we talk of VDCR, just with one example so that I don't waste everyone's time.
Sure.
VDCR, like, the approval from IIT has come, that this is the GAD, how you are supposed to construct, because it's a totally 7-kilometer elevated corridor along the coastal road and perpendicularly going to Film City. So that approval has come. Now, based on that, the design submissions will happen. The exact location soil investigation will be done based on that GAD. So the financial revenue, contribution, if we see, will come from Q1. So that's how, like with one example, I hope I could explain where the things are. Yeah.
Sure. So net, we could do slightly more than 15% also, because this would be basically little spillover of this year also could be there in the 27.
Hopefully we should. We'll try our best, Alok, and J. Kumar, we don't usually like to show such numbers. But I will tell you one thing is also the order inflow. Our endeavor is to see that we back projects which adds to the bottom line of the company. Like 500 crore का order book लेना, कभी J. Kumar में 500 crore का order book हमने इतना low कभी book नहीं किया है. But we want to keep our the horses under control and not to go aggressively bidding where we don't make bottom lines, and just for the heck of, today if I'm coming with some top lines where my margins are intact and where I'm able to, grow at the similar profit margin and PAT and EBITDA levels, that is more acceptable than, just increasing the top line and not making good bottom lines. So we don't want to compromise there. But hopefully this year also we should book around 4,000 crore by the end of the financial year, and around 7,000-8,000 crores for the next year. So hopefully we should be doing better than what we are expecting.
Got it. Got it. Thank you and all the best, sir.
Thank you very much, Alok.
Thank you. Next question is from Siddhant Lodaya from Sashi Fund. Please go ahead.
Sorry, I cannot get the name, please.
It's
Hello,
Siddhant
am I
Lodaya
audible?
from Sashi Fund.
Yeah, Siddhant. Please go ahead.
Just a clarifying question. We've mentioned that our order book currently is 19,200 crores. And when we say that we'll book another 4,000 crores in March 26, so does that add on to the 19,200 or how does that calculation work?
You could add 4,000 crore to the top line minus the revenue that we'll be doing for Q4.
Sorry, 19,000 will add to 4,000 and then minus the revenue, correct?
That's right. You got it right.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask questions, please press star and 1. The next question is from Shravan Shah from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thank you, sir. Before asking a question, just on a strategy front, wanted a clarification. All the bid pipeline that we have, sir has mentioned at the start of the call in response to Parikshit's reply. All these projects are on the EPC or are there any projects which are on the BOT mode also?
Well, so all the projects, Shravan, that we have mentioned here, they come in only from EPC and J. Kumar. We are not bidding for any BOT or such projects. So all the projects that I have mentioned comes in from EPC.
Yeah. So my question is that only because we have bidded in Hadapsar Yavat BOT project that was a 7,000 odd crore. So I am wondering, though we did not got we were L4, but just trying to understand your strategy. If we would have won, let's say, are we ready kind of a 1,800 2,000 crore kind of a equity commitment, because 25-30% of 7,000 crore comes that. So wanted to understand in future also, can we also even think of bidding BOT projects? So what's the strategy there?
So well, Shravan, that was a very, very specific call that we had taken. And this is, if you look at these many years, we haven't bidded and we don't have any future plans to bid for it. That was a very strategically, because we are well established in Pune, and that one project had some specific reason why we bidded for it. So, but we bidded at our price. You can see where we are at, I think highest. So it was a very strategic call that we had taken for a particular moment. But we don't have any future plans to bid for BOT.
Okay, got it. And just to again clarify, so given what we are saying, 5,700 crore revenue for this year, FY26, so I'm just doing a math. So it means in the fourth quarter also we are looking a 3 to 4% kind of a degrowth on a YY basis. So just wanted to clarify that.
On a year-on-year basis, if we talk of FY26 numbers, it would be flattish around with a 5,000 crore top, 5,700 crore top line as compared to FY25. That's what we are trying to say.
Okay. And last time we were looking at that maybe we can see some improvement in the margin to 15 to 16% over next 2 to 3 years. So will that remain same or no? Now only 14-15% margin that we can look at.
So as we have mentioned that this year we were flattish. So next year we are looking at similar or better margins, but no degrowth in margins for sure.
Okay, got it. And a couple of balance sheet data points. Just wanted to get retention money, inventory, debtors, and payable.
So retention money is 415 crores. And debtors is 1,407 crores.
1,507.
1,407.
Okay, 1,407. Yeah.
That is debtors.
Yeah. Inventory?
And what else? Inventory is 908 crores.
900. Sorry, sir. So the way we report in the balance sheet, so in the September it was 327 crores.
Okay.
So this is
That is, now it is 286 crores, raw material inventory.
okay, 226. And trade payable?
Trade payable is 750 crores.
50 crores. Okay. Yeah. And the capex for 9 months, how much we have done, and for full year? So last time we said 500 odd crore that we were looking at. So for
We have already done 433 crores for 9 months.
okay. And how much more can be done in fourth quarter?
More or less another 100 crores or so. In fourth quarter.
Okay. Okay. And for next year, then it would be a 200, 300 crore. That's the way one can look at.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. And on the working capital front, the current whatever the days we have, 103. So that number broadly will remain here.
So as we have said that, this is right now, this year we had a flattish top line. So that's how it has dropped to 103. But as the work progress will increase, we intend to keep it, we expect that it should be around 115 to 120 days.
Okay. And this TBM depreciation will start from the Q4 itself or from Q1, Q2 for 27?
It will start from Q1 or Q2.
Okay. Q1.
Because we start capitalizing it after the TBM is installed. We have received both the TBM, but it will start getting capitalized once it is lowered in the shaft.
Okay. And sir, last time we were L1 in Lucknow Convention Center, 1,200 odd crore. So was that cancelled or?
No, it still stands at, so I mentioned that 1,728 crore is, we are L1 in the project, which includes one project of Lucknow, which is 1,206 crores, and one project of NBCC, which is 522 crores. So this 1,728 crores worth of project is what is still L1, and it should be getting converted into order book.
So by March, it should be LOA should be there.
We expect so.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. That's the only thing. So the hope is that we should do a better execution, try to recoup whatever we lost in this year in next year. So that's the
positively, Shravan. Yeah. We are also very hopeful and will work on it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Participants who wish to ask questions, please press star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, to ask a question, please press star and 1. The next question is from Thomas, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi. I just want to know, you had talked about a fundraise of 800 crores. In your understanding, why is it being delayed? Why have you not executed on it, or you have investors lined up?
Can you be a little more louder? Unfortunately, you're not very clearly audible.
Yeah. So you had initially mentioned that you were planning to do a fundraise of 800 crores, and it's been delayed for this time period. It's been now over a year since it was initially planned. So do you have what is the rationale for this delay, if I may understand? Because it was for the TBM, right?
No, well, it wasn't for the TBM, but for the upcoming new projects that we were expecting that to, we had made an enabling resolution, and immediately we don't have any plans to do so. It was not for the current project.
So for right now, there is no plans for fundraise in the next year. Is that right?
Yeah, not means immediately. So though we have kept an enabling resolution approved, we may also get it re-approved for the next financial year, just to be on the readiness in case we require to raise it. But because as I mentioned that we are expecting some good order inflows to happen, And when it happens and if the financial requirements are there, then we will take a call whether to really go for it or just forget it.
Will it be a rights issue or a preferential issue? What would it be most likely? Or
it will be a normal QIP like we have done before, but we don't intend immediately anything to do so.
Okay. And you had mentioned since it's, there's been a delay in a lot of these projects, I just want to know, is there any penalties that J. Kumar could face or no penalties?
Zero penalties because the delays are not from our end, but it is from the client side. Yeah.
Okay. And just 2-3 follow-up questions. I've been reading up on these huge projects happening in South India, from Trivandrum to Coimbatore. It's an extension phase. So is J. Kumar looking at participating in those projects too?
So it totally, when the projects come, Mr. Thomas, it's on the project-to-project basis. The nature of work, the geography where it is, and the value of the job based on which we take these shots. So I would say it's too early for me to comment on something which has not been published yet. But yes, we are open to bid for any sizable project which comes under our forte of specialization. So we'll be surely looking at all projects pan-India.
Okay. And just for my understanding, when I've been reading up about TBMs, there's been some discussion that because these TBMs have become, they are so huge, after you finish a job, some part of it is probably left behind and you'll have to purchase a new one. Is that correct? Is my understanding correct? Or is it the entire TBM is reusable for another project?
So, it depends upon the type of TBM that is being used. Like if it is a metro TBM, the metro TBMs are standardized diameters which are used for throughout the country. The diameter remains same, and also internationally. So many times the Indian TBMs are bought by people abroad and taken up for the cross-border projects. So as far as and when you talk of projects like GMLR, those are tailor-made TBMs which we try to amortize the maximum TBM on that same project, and there is nothing which is left behind when you talk of TBM. It is fully recovered.
Yeah. And will be reused in another project because it's standardized.
That's right.
Okay.
Right.
And one final question. So lately I've been seeing these videos about this Mira by that flyover, Metro 9. They were saying it's a J. Kumar construction. Is that correct? Was it a J. Kumar project, the Metro 9?
You are very right. It is constructed by J. Kumar, and I am personally looking after that project. It's under my control. So this project is, it's something which is people love to make a mockery of every situation. And this project is being constructed as per the requirements of the client. And it also I would like to mention that there is no flaw in the construction that has been done, because people make an issue out of nothing. The flyover which is constructed right now is being done with a 4-lane, 2+2 4-lane, and currently which is getting dropped down to Bahender side by 1+1 lane. And the construction which is there, where we see a 90-degree cut, is basically an offset for future expansion. But today, before we open the flyover, it will be made in a skew manner by making metal crash barriers which we see on expressways and various flyovers, which will be deployed on that flyover on that offset location with a suitable length which is as per the traffic safety norms. So there is nothing which is wrongly constructed. It's a well-planned thing that has been done with future extension in keeping in mind. And means for that, MMRDA has also been replying on it. And you can take my word, there is no technical wrong thing that has been done. It is only looking odd because of the future expansion which is being awaited. And if you don't do it today, extending that bridge would have technical complications. So keeping that in mind, wherever we could make 4-lane, we have made it 4-lane.
Okay, so you made it 4 lanes, and eventually it will become a 4-lane in the next extension.
Even when the land issues are sorted, on the balance area, but to give ease to the traffic, it has been made 2 lane has already been dropped. Wherever we could construct 4 lane, we have done 4 lane, and in the balance area 2 lane.
Okay. Understood. Okay. Fine.
Thank you
so much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. The next question is from Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial. Please go ahead.
So thanks for the follow-up. So other income seems quite high at 21 crores in Q3. Any one-off in that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question, please?
Other income is at 21 crores in the third quarter, which is higher than our normal rate of around 9 to 10 odd crores. So any one-off in that number?
No, it is because, since we have got 22,000 crores of project, we have to give bank guarantees for that, for which we have to keep fixed deposit with the banks for margin. So definitely when we keep the deposits, we earn interest on that.
Yeah, but it doubled on a quarter-on-quarter basis. So is this a normalized number going ahead, or it should come down to the 10-11 odd crores?
The other income will remain in this range only, because the margins will remain fixed with the banks since it is project specific. So this will be more or less the same.
Okay. And sir, once we start the usage of TBM, maybe in Q1 or Q2, and it hits the depreciation, so the current quarterly run rate of around 40 to 45 odd crores, where can it go on a quarterly basis once the TBM hits the depreciation?
Yeah, the depreciation will go up to that extent.
So what is the number? It could go up to 55, around 10 odd crore
on a
quarterly basis?
If you need the exact number, I think, Yash, we can provide it to you subsequently, Vaibhav, because we need to work out that numbers exactly and we can give it to you.
See, the depreciation will always be charged on the cost incurred till the date of operation. So till the time the TBM does not become operational, the cost incurred will get added to that. So the crystallization of figure, once it happens, then we can provide you the details.
And the time frame usage for TBM would be, so it would depreciate over 3 to 4 years?
For the GMLR TBM you're talking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be 3 to 4 years, yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, on tax rate, what would be an annual tax rate that we should factor in?
It should around 26.5%.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. The next question is from Dinesh Karwa from Kirti Creation. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah, Dinesh, you are audible.
सर मेरा एक पूछना था, एक तो अपना प्रोमोटर प्लेस बढ़ गया, तो क्या ये सेफ प्राइस देने से या कोई पर्टिकुलर आप लोन लिए उसके अगेंस्ट, ऐसे इसके बारे में पूछना था?
दिनेश, ये बड़ा नहीं है, ये तो कांस्टेंट है, बहुत सारे सालों से यही है। 80 लाख शेयर वी हैव प्लेस्ड।
नहीं सर, इस पिछली बार से इस बार 51 पॉइंट मतलब जो आपका जितना परसेंटेज होल्डिंग है उस पे से मतलब हाफ हो गया, इसीलिए पूछ रहा हूँ। ये मतलब आप ये पर्सनल लोन के लिए या ड्यू टू जो शेयर प्राइस में फॉल?
हमने कोई शेयर्स प्लेज ही नहीं किया दिनेश जी। देयर इज नो चेंज इन प्लेजिंग दैट वी हैव डन।
तो सर वो दिखा रहा था, तब बोल रहा हूँ कि इसमें प्लेस बढ़ा है तब है। अच्छा सर, एक सेकंड में क्वेश्चन, जो 800 करोड़ का क्या बोल रहे हैं, जो भी बेसिस रहे प्रेफरेंशियल हो रहा है, तो ये क्या अपने लोन और जो वर्किंग कैपिटल की रिक्वायरमेंट है नए प्रोजेक्ट का कुछ मतलब जैसे 19-20 हज़ार करोड़ के आप ऑर्डर बोल रहे हैं, 22,000 करोड़ हो जाए, 4,000 करोड़ इस बार बढ़ जाएंगे और उसमें से 16-15 करोड़ जो भी सेल आएगी क्वार्टर 4 वो लेस हो गए, लेकिन क्या इसके बारे में मेरे को थोड़ा आइडिया दे पाएंगे कि क्या आप जो बता रहे हैं नेक्स्ट ईयर जो 26-27 उस पर बहुत बढ़िया रहेगा, तो जितने भी जैसे पॉलिटिकल इशू था वो भी रिजोल्व हो गया और उसके साथ में गवर्नमेंट वेनेबल इन्फॉर्म में भी प्रोजेक्ट ला रही है, तो इन सबको मिला के क्या मुझे आप बता पाएंगे कि एज ए रिटेल इन्वेस्टर की थोड़ा सा लाइट डाल पाएंगे सर?
प्लेजिंग में तो हमने कुछ किया ही नहीं, दैट इज योर प्लेजिंग क्वेश्चन इज ओवर राइट?
हाँ ओवर राइट सर, आप बोले हैं, पर वो बता रहा है कि जितने भी साइड वो देख रहा हूँ ना जहाँ पे, तो उसमें आपका बड़ा वो बता रहा है ड्यू टू शेयर फॉल पर। मुझे ये लगा कि शेयर फॉल प्राइस होता है तो जहाँ भी आपके बैंकिंग में रखे हुए हैं तो हो सकता है उसके कारण वो तो आपको मैंने जो
दिनेश जी, हमने कोई भी इंक्रीज प्लेजिंग का किया ही नहीं है, बल्कि हम रिलीज कराने के पीछे अपने दिमाग लगा रहे हैं। कोई इंक्रीज का सवाल ही नहीं है. So
Dinesh, I think you must be referring to GMLR project for which we are talking about pledge.
सर ओनली प्लेज, मुझे GMLR के बारे में उतना आइडिया नहीं है. आप समझते हैं, जो मुझे बड़ा आइडिया उसके हिसाब से मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. एक्चुअली मैं तो एक नॉर्मल इन्वेस्टर की तरह टॉप लाइन, फिर उसमें सेल, वो कैश और अपना कैश फ्लो वगैरह वो देखता हूँ. फिर आपकी जो प्रमोटर को जितना मैंने समझा है, जिस हिसाब से मैं होल्डिंग कर रहा हूँ, उसके हिसाब से
हम एक बार फिर से चेक कर लेंगे आपकी तसल्ली के लिए. लेकिन 101%, मतलब 100 के ऊपर परसेंट नहीं होता. लेकिन आई एम स्टिल सेइंग दैट देयर इज जीरो इंक्रीज इन दैट. आई डोंट नो वेयर कुछ कोई कहीं ना कहीं कोई मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो गई है. सो बट 100% देयर इज नो इंक्रीज. ओके, व्हाट्स योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दिनेश जी?
वो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मैंने बोला था, जो 800 करोड़ का क्यूआईपी है जो भी आए, तो वो उसका अपने जैसे एक लोन भी आप बता रहे हैं 800 करोड़ का अपने पे है, और वर्किंग कैपिटल की रिक्वायरमेंट है. नए प्रोजेक्ट अगर आएंगे तो जो भी अपने 19-20 हजार करोड़ है, इस बार आप बोल रहे हैं 4,000 करोड़ का बढ़ जाएगा. फिर उसमें से 1500, 1600, 1700 जो भी करोड़ की सेल आएगी वो ले सोचे 22 करोड़ का रहेगा. नेक्स्ट आप 7-8 हजार करोड़ के बोल रहे हैं एड ऑन हो जाएगा. तो मैं उस हिसाब से बता रहा हूँ कि क्या इस जो आप क्यूआईपी ला रहे हैं, क्या उस पर थोड़ा लाइट डालिए कि जैसे पॉलिटिकल भी, अब जैसे बीजेपी का सेंटर और यहाँ भी गवर्नमेंट है, और प्रोजेक्ट में कहीं डिले नहीं होना, और आपने प्रोजेक्ट में कई क्लेम्स भी बता रहे हैं, तो क्या वो जो सेल आप जो बोल रहे हैं सामने टॉप लाइन बढ़ेगी, उसके हिसाब से ये अगर 800 करोड़ का क्यूआईपी है तो ये दोनों तरह से यूज किया जा सकता है. लोन को कम करने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं डेट कम होगा और होगा, इंटरेस्ट कम होगा, तो प्रॉफिट नीचे से बढ़ेगा. और जैसे वर्किंग कैपिटल मतलब ईजी होने से नए प्रोजेक्ट में अपने क्रेडिट आएगा, सेल बढ़ेगी, टॉप लाइन बढ़ेगी.
दिनेश जी, पहले आई वुड लाइक टू क्लेरिफाई कि हमने आपको कहा कि ये क्यूआईपी का हमने सिर्फ एक एनेबलिंग रेजोल्यूशन पास किया है, जो हमने पिछले साल भी किया था. एंड इसका करंट ऑर्डर बुक से या कोई मतलब अभी ये 4,000 करोड़ का अगर ऑर्डर आ जाता है तो हमें क्यूआईपी की जरूरत पड़ेगी, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. इट इज एन वी डोंट हैव एनी इमीडिएट प्लान्स टू गो फॉर क्यूआईपी. अभी कोई एक रिसेंट फ्यूचर में हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं इसको. और ये जिस दिन हम लाएंगे वो प्रोजेक्ट स्पेसिफिक होगा कि भाई जहां हमें ऐसा दिख रहा है कि जहां अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए हमें फंड की रिक्वायरमेंट है, उसका नेचर ऑफ वर्क क्या है, किस टाइप का केपेक्स रिक्वायर्ड है या डेट के लिए. सो इट इज जस्ट एनेबलिंग रेजोल्यूशन. वी डोंट हैव एनी इमीडिएट प्लान्स टू रिप्लाई यू इन शॉर्ट दैट वी वांट टू गो फॉर क्यूआईपी. सो आप क्यूआईपी को पार्क कर दें, दैट वुड बी बेटर, आई वुड से.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you very much. That was the last question in queue. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Nalin Gupta for closing comments.
9 months FY26 was a period of consolidation and balanced performance. Q4 FY26 will be a period of building momentum, scaling up execution, and moving ahead with greater speed and focus. We remain fully committed to creating sustainable value for our shareholders, partners, and stakeholders. Thank you for your consideration, trust, and support. Please feel to reach out to our IR team for any clarifications or feedback. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. On behalf of J. Kumar Infraprojects Ltd, that concludes the conference. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You may now disconnect your lines.